Good evening, guys. Happy Friday. Wishing you all a good weekend. I want to talk about this Rob Reiner case, his son, Nick Reiner, being arrested for the murder. It's so sad. But, he's being represented by this well known lawyer now, I guess, to get him out of the situation. And now today they said he's been diagnosed with schizophrenia. And it has been said that he struggles with drug addiction, and sometimes he goes missing for months and go homeless, and his parents has been like trying to help him and struggling to help him all this time. And they were at a party the night before, and there are witnesses who said that Nick was out of place, apparently acting odd behavior, going up to different famous people, asking them questions, interrupting conversations, and so forth. And I guess it sounds as if, the parents got tired of it and was talking to him, and then there were raised voices, and, um, you know, they all of them, I guess, got upset, and the parents ended up leaving before Nick, and Nick remained after, from what I'm hearing. And then, you know, Nick showed up at a hotel like 4 a.m. in the morning, and checked in, according to the front desk, the witness there. Apparently ordered some Heineken, but they were saying it was non-alcoholic. I wondered if he knew that, and he went up to his room. And I'm hearing that the daughter discovered them, but the reason why that had happened, because I guess the next day, they usually, a person that come to do massages came like every I guess came on Sunday frequently. This was like a second set appointment, and apparently they had keys to the house, but apparently they couldn't, or they couldn't get in. Like, everywhere was locked. I guess they would leave it unlocked for the person, but that particular day, and they tried calling Nick, they tried calling um another family member, didn't get through, but they got through to the daughter. The daughter just show up with I think they said a roommate. And then that's where she discovered, they were saying that she saw her dad, and she, ran out. And then I guess she was melting down, which would be natural. I think they also said she called Billy Crystal, which was an actor, I think, in Harry Met I said, Harry Met Sally, that movie. I really enjoyed it. She called him because it's a good friend of the family, and the roommate called the police because she was panicking. At that time, she didn't know the mom was also murdered. Apparently, the mom was in another room elsewhere, dead, and she didn't even see the mom. She saw the dad. So she came out, she was scared. And she's the one who was telling the police that, her brother, you know, they should look into him because he's struggling with issues and he's dangerous. So the whole family must have known that he was acting kind of weird, y'all. So it's so sad to hear this. And meanwhile, when he checked into that hotel, he must have left during that time, because the front desk people, the witness there, said he didn't show up with blood on him anywhere, to be displayed. But the next day, well, whenever the housekeeper, which would be the next day, because housekeeping usually come the next day or in the morning or whatever throughout the day to clean, that's when this housekeeping found the blood in the room, various places, and the windows were covered. I think they said it was with sheets. So I'm saying this boy knew wrong from right. this sounds like he was plotting. This sounds like something on his heart. Okay. And if it is mental illness, what did he think, his parents were out to get him? Because schizophrenia is usually like, you know, you're hallucinating, you probably hear voices, delusional, the different symptoms that I've read, and then apparently he was being treated, and doctors are trying to get him the right kind of medicine and dosage to treat him, but they said he was getting more erratic. I guess friends or people, he was getting worse. But I'm wondering if he's like, even though they were giving him medicine, was he out there taking other kind of harsh drugs, which would enhance your condition? And if you had any bad feelings towards, and then, also I was watching this interview, they showed this old interview where I guess they were asking him, like, how does he feel that his father and his grandfather was famous people, and he said he was trying to make, like, basically, if you want to sum up, make a name for himself, to do the opposite. And I'm like, the opposite would be to do wrong and rebel. I mean, you could have went the other way, and your father, I know, would help you, because I think they said that Nick and his father has worked on projects together. So I know that he would have helped you, climb the ladder and be something great. And look what Rob Reiner did. His was it his father that was so famous? Instead of doing wrong, he kind of went in his footsteps. He did good things. I know maybe I don't understand all mental, but I have met people with have struggled with mental illness. It is scary, and sometimes I think it's spiritual, y'all, because um, it is scary, and yes, they do need help, and they do need medicine, and some of them will try to harm their selves, but this well-known attorney, it's for me as a lawyer. If I was a lawyer, it would be hard for me to defend somebody that I knew killed these people in this horrific manner. The only thing I would do for you is to make sure they put you in a place for the rest of your life that can help you. Because if he gets this boy off, this man off, Nick, get him off, he could very well do it again to someone else. He could finish off the other family members, his sister. I would be scared to be around him, even if he was my brother, because you did such an awful, wicked thing to your. I know they said it's sick, but there's a lot of these cases where these people, once they get caught, they cry. They cry that it's a mental illness. But there are people who are just wicked. They know right from wrong. They plot it. It feels like he planned this. For you to be covering windows and stuff like that, is it because you're hiding? And then you know enough to get a well-known attorney who have gotten other people off. You know that man name, you know who to get. And you're probably using your parents' money to do it. And he should be denied money from his parents' will, because he hurt them. I think like life insurance and stuff, like if you do suicide, I think some of them, they won't pay it. There must be some clause in wills that can to prevent if such behavior happened, that you won't get it. It is crazy. It's hard for me. So if they release, I hope this attorney don't want to get him released and freely walking on the road and living out there amongst us. I would want him to put him in an institution to help him for the rest of his days. If they don't want to lock him up and don't want to put him on death row or whatever, he should be locked up where he would stay and be helped for the rest of his life. It's the saddest thing ever, guys. And something I really sometimes do feel some is spiritual, something going on, something demonic. Yes, I'm going there. Um, but he needs help. Whatever is going on with him, he needs help, and they should not. This lawyer should not get him off. And my mom, when I was a little girl, we used to say, "Oh, I don't want what they want." They ask you what you want to be. I remember my mom wasn't too impressed with lawyers. She used to say to me, "Lawyers are liars," and I was like, "Oh, what happened? Why you feel like that?" You know what I mean? But I think being a criminal lawyer is probably one of the hardest lawyers because I think it would be easier for me to prosecute than defend, especially when I know they got a problem and they did it. No, I think my job would be, if I was and became a lawyer, would have to prosecute. Anyway, y'all, that's how I'm feeling this evening. I want to wish y'all a great weekend. Holidays are coming up, so I want to wish y'all a happy holidays. Decompress this weekend. Lots going on, lots of evil out there. But I choose to speak about this today. My opinions only. You don't have to agree with them, but if you like what I have to say and share, just hit that like and subscribe. And y'all have a good evening. Talk to y'all later.